Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Cat's Quest. I had to exit out and reload it, so I figured I'd show the main menu here. What's weird about this logo is that you have 3 dragons shown in the background. You have Kit, who we barely spend any time with as our armorer. You have the King Lion guy, and then you have the Seaport governor, who we barely spend any time with, and then you have generic mages. There's a lot more people in the game, certainly, than being shown here, but obviously there isn't a lot of people we haven't seen before. Geez, I wonder if all of the little collectibles reset when you exit the game and come back. It kind of feels like they might. Well, I guess that would give you slightly more of a reason to potentially run around and find the little bits of XP and gold, but really not even at that, because you're getting like 10 gold, 10 XP. That's nothing on the overall scale. I also looked at the achievements, and seems like we are about halfway through with the main quest and the game, so seems like New Game Plus is going to play a very different way. Let's go the Servant of God subquest. I need help building an altar for the god cats. Will pay well scratches. Meow, it's rare to see someone this enthusiastic. Praise the god cats. A dragon blood's always a believer, right? See these like peasant characters, both the male and female versions of them, could definitely have shown up in the background of the main menu. Or you could have had some more like cat puns. Oh, partner? ... Name scratches. I need some special ore to build an altar. I'm too weak to go cave digging. Help a fellow believer. Great, another fetch quest. Of course, we are, once again, a silent protagonist, as you end up being in almost every RPG. Yeah, way easier to kill something like that to get XP, or even kill something very low like that. It's not like this levels up much. Like, maybe that was 1 XP originally, and now it's potentially a level 10 XP. That's still not enough of an upgrade. I did see that one of the achievements says beating the New Game Plus with a 9 lives modifier, which we may have died about 6 or 7 times already, so if you really could only die 9 times in the game, that would be fairly difficult, depending or not if the New Game Plus starts you at a high level or not. Whoa, wait, I'm getting a really nasty vibe from there. There's another place marked, right? But it's really up to you. Yeah, so going to this level 200 place, I mean, I'd like to stick my head into it and check, but it sure makes a lot more sense to run to the Epsilon ruins. Which does mean that, yes, I prematurely cleared out this ruin for no reason, but whatever. Dig in the ground and collect some ore. We have it, let's go back. I think that is really the perfect time, though, after we do this quest, to check that cave. Yeah, let's just go ahead and save here by sleeping. And then the only thing I could think is that maybe in New Game Plus it makes more sense for this like level 200 cave to be level 200. Lonely cave, defeat monsters. Alright, well. Their chests. Let's see if we can wreck these guys. I think the answer to that is a fair no. We cannot wreck those guys. It's a small fight, but there is a very high level character that you would have to kill. And I suspect we'll get something if we get to that, defeat that dungeon at some point in the future, but we're nowhere close. Here's your oars, peasant. Purulent, I can finally talk to him through the altar. Meow, wait, talk to who now? The god cat of knowledge, Moth, the first cat to learn proper speech. Anyways, your payment. Like, we're not even really doing these quests to get items. Items are helpful, sure, but we really want what we really want here is a level up or two as quickly as possible. With our great altar done, we now need offerings for the mighty Moth scratches. What is this about offerings for Moth? I think I heard a whisper from him, but I'm missing offerings to pray with. We need the best. Those sea serpents should be enough. You're lucky we can water walk, you know. Yep. So we go here. You know, I don't actually remember much of my past. Do you think I might have known a god cat or two? ... Oh, I see a serpent. I guess that could be interesting if it turned out that the spirit that we have been following is a god cat, but then I think the cussing still doesn't really make sense then that way. Think we have enough, let's pounce back. Yeah, it would be fairly in line with a RPG fantasy story to find out that he is a god, the spirit is, and he's going to, at the last second, save the day and prove that he's super powerful. Here you fishy go. I'm mousing. It's a very good feeling about this. I have a very good feeling about this. I'll let you know if I succeed. Take this as payment. Yeah, the music is going to get a little annoying at a certain rate. Just don't think Gentle Bro's armor, though, could be beaten. Yeah, this knight armor, I think, is what we just upgraded. And it gives us barely 37 armor, where this is giving us 66 health, 66 attack, and 66 magic. We can do the third day of Kitmas. We are dangerously close to running out of things to do. Help us search for Santa Paws Mountain of Presence. Santa Paws Mountain of Presence, isn't that a myth? It was, until the circle peeled with this riddle. This Kitmas Santa Paws reminds all cat kind of the treasure he left behind. Search for the snowy lands if you don't mind. Where lies the X, the presents you'll find. Snowy lands, oh. Hey, alright, we'll help you. Perfect, God cats bless you. If this is a game that was originally like written by a Japanese creator, I guess that might explain the God cats phrase being used over and over again. It is Japanese as a language tends to use the same words over and over again, unlike English, which has a ridiculous number of synonyms or similar meaning phrases. So if it was something something like nanogamy, or I don't know what the Japanese word for cat is. I only know that nan. This could be that imposter's trap partner. Better be prepared. But I think agami in Japanese means God. So if it was a abridged, like made up combined word, it might sound a lot better in a different language. Whereas, as it stands, God cats in English just sounds very weird. Oh, I see X marks there. Let's check them all out. I imagine it's always going to be the last one you check. There's nothing here. Grr, I knew it. Smack that one. Are there really presents here? Meow, did you see that? Yeah, you definitely don't want to leave things. So it's just a big trail marker. The trail leads to nowhere. But look, more X marks. Okay, anyone to fight? Let's fight. Come on, don't be a pussy. Why did my spell there not actually heal? What if I said no, rude spirit purr? Okay then. No trails appeared. It's a giant X. Interesting. That's a huge X. Another ritual circle. Be careful, meow. Boo, burr. You again. I changed my mind. Let's fight, burr. Burbos, get ready up. Paws ready, partner. Oh. We may have hit a point where our attack is just so... we'll need to save before we get there. This is far too far of a place to travel. Yeah, we may have just hit a point where our health is so high that the healing action is totally worthless, and we should just be using the bigger attack action instead. We'll just make a save point here. That's probably not even the save point we needed to make. Wish there was a slightly faster and easier way to zoom out and zoom in. But I am getting dangerously close to just memorizing the entire layout of the map. Let's see. Guess the thing we'll do here is we'll try a different direction. Doesn't probably matter which one's the last one. It's probably just going to always summon some bad guys. this is the dangerous one. I wonder if there is a slight argument for potentially saving in between the fight. Yeah, it seems like the reason you don't have a fight here is because I just didn't want to become so repetitive that you're doing 3 fights in a row. Got it. Something's in the circle. Let's try and grab everything first. You really believe there's presents in me? Ho ho ho. Meow. So there's no presents? Or we'll have to go back empty pod then. Alright. I'm gonna try the other attack here. Did that really... Is this really giving me any health back? I kind of feel like neither of them are working. Yeah, it kind of feels like you are just in this middle ground where it's not worth it to actually fight these guys at this point. Where neither a heal or a attack with the biggest spell, which I forget the name of, feels like neither one of them are strong enough to do anything. Maybe if I put a whole bunch of magic points and equip a whole bunch of magical items, then that would work, but seems like we've somehow finally shifted over to the game being more focused towards the physical attacks. But you really have to be fairly balanced on both. Otherwise, the game won't work, because you do have so many enemies that are immune to magic that you fight, or at least fairly resistant to magic. The game should probably remind you at this point that that was the case. They said it at the very beginning. Welcome back, did you find anything? ... Meow, it's me, okay, it's a myth after all. Actually, we wanted to give you something. You have something right, partner. You give the town cat your leftover catnip. ... We're sorry, it's a bad present. Thank you very much. We're isolated out here, so we never received anything from anyone. Oh yeah, this again. Gratitude. Another circle down. Thanks to your gratitude, peasant. You helped great sirs. Though there's still one circle at West Pawt. Before you go, please accept this. Red mare. Now, next stop's West Pawt, the town closest to Pawt City. West Pawt, the town closest to Pawt City. Made it to level 50. Which, I suppose, we should try this since we're here. Calling all believers of Moth, the time draws near, nigh, scratches. It's almost time to summon Moth. Will you join us, cat venturers? Are you both believers? Maybe a little. What about you, partner? ... Oh no, that won't do it all. Moth deserves only the strongest of faith. Here, go to these monuments and learn the teachings of Moth. Alright, well, didn't we look at all of these? Meow, I never noticed it, but there's more inscriptions below. Moth was the first cat to speak and changed everything for cats. It was a miracle. I noticed the cats in the past were feral. They couldn't talk and could only meow. Alright, so either we're going to hit every single one of these, which would be a lot, or we're only going to see a few of these. Moth taught the other cats how to speak and they grew more intelligent. This moth is really amazing. It would make a lot more sense for it really to have you only go to like 3 of them. It's kind of crazy to make you run to all of them. Moth had many friends, but his intelligence brought him as many enemies. I vaguely remember that in my past, cats were jealous of me too, poor Moth. It would be funny if the spirit was Moth, but that really wouldn't integrate into the larger story since we only even started hearing about Moth when we started this quest line. Moth was slain out of jealousy. He was then held as the god cat of knowledge. What? That furball, I don't know why, but I'm feeling very sad now. Let's just head back. Man, boy, would it be nice if you could run. Would there be a button? There could be a run button? I mean, you could totally click in the left stick or click in the right stick. So you believe us now, my furry friends. Yes, I could feel Moth's spirit talking to me. It's almost like I was there. And what of the dragon blood? Do you believe now? ... Perfect. Welcome to the faith, my new fellow Mothians. We'll begin summoning soon. Do join us when it happens. Oh, and here's a welcoming gift. Well, that just like jumps everything up really high. Unfortunately, I still don't think that's good enough. Like, compared to the Gentle Bro's armor, nothing else we get will ever work. And none of these weapons, I think, could ever possibly beat Wisdom at any level. Or whatever the weapon is called. I don't think it's actually called Wisdom. Okay, let's check this. That's a level 55. Which means we pretty much can't do this. We can't fight Cthulhu. And over here, this island that's way down here doesn't have anything for us to do. There are some islands to the left that we might consider doing later. But yeah, we are really struggling here. I guess we have enough to just keep on trying to upgrade this. Upgrade this a couple more times. We're really gonna have to have quests though that just hand us a ton of XP, enough that we're leveling up 2 or 3 times after one quest, or they're gonna have to hand us a like ridiculous amount of gold, or both. Like, I kind of feel like it might have to be both. This is still a level 60 quest. Interesting. It really isn't worth it to run and look at these areas. We could go in here and try and clear it out, certainly. But we're almost certainly just going to have a storyline reason to go in there. Same is pretty much true there. So I need to find some more side quests. I don't know if there are too many more side quests. Like, I was expecting that lower island area to kind of be the side quest that would move us up further to the next thing. And we have like Westport as the Christmas quest. And unless the Christmas quest gives us 25 levels, which would be insane, I'm very confused. I'm really also fairly surprised that Pawt City here is just gave us a couple of quests and that was it. Really felt like there should have been more that we would have done. Have we talked to everybody? Probably not, but if we had to talk to every peasant everywhere, that would get annoying fairly quickly. Yeah, the 4th day of Christmas is also a level 60 quest. Alright, well, let's just be honest here. You're not going to... You're just totally not going to get everything done. This was a quest area, this Iota rune, so we'll take this on, but you want to be careful here that they can't attack you as you're making your approach. Well, that helmet might be better. Let's see, you would lose... No, it's not better. Yeah, it kind of feels like there's a just whole section of game here that is missing. In particular, we should be able to figure out like how to fly to finish the next main quest storyline, and it's not really happening so much. So there must just be a city that we haven't really engaged with because we were probably too low level. Now we have a slashy head, which, I mean, level 20 slashy head. Let's see. It ironically is, I think, one better, which is actually good because it's taking away from our attack, which is probably too high, and giving us more spells, which we probably want to do more spell damage. The area is cleared. Do we think there's a secret chest in this? You won't know that until you've already cleared the area, so I guess the answer to that was no. And then the Icy Cave is level 65, which is still a little too high for my taste. The Cold Path is 90, which is way too high. We have Winter's Edge. The treasure level 40, we can do that. Yeah, it really sucks that you can't just do these quests in order, though. It would make a lot more sense if it was one narrative linking story that had you go from one city to another city to another city, and so you went around the map in many circles as you were solving quests, instead of going back to your starting point and zigzagging and then not being leveled up enough to actually do the next part of the quest line, so you have to run around and do something different, so you're not seeing all of the land that you could be seeing. Yeah, it would make a lot more sense that if you just ran around the entire island 65 times and in the pursuit of different quests. Honestly, you could make a staggered clock-like system where you would go from one city to the next city, and you could pick up 2 quests at that time, and then maybe it would only take you 3 or 4 loops around the entire island to do all the quests. Of course, if you set up a system like that, you wouldn't solve the problem of the narrative just being muddled and confused. You cats are finally here. I've got good news. Laid a treasure on us. I've deciphered the entire book, and I've found out what the treasure is. Well, the treasure is... Huh? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Greetings, Dragonblood. We are the Ancient Ones, the first Dragonblood. Okay, they look like enemies. We're using the previous 3D sprites, or 2D sprites. 2.5D sprites. They do kind of have a 3D shadow. We've revealed our codex to you, and now our treasure is all that's left. Meow. These are your ancestors, partner. Yes, give us your treasure. Our treasure is only for the true Dragonblood. It's time for you to prove your worth. Alright, well. Let's see. We can probably pull that off. Excellent. And now for the grand finale. It's getting a little easy to defeat dragons, but I don't want to complain about that at all. Did we get all the XP? Yes. ... Our treasure is now yours. ... As I was saying, the treasure is knowledge and experience. Sorry, you need to give us a minute. You'll definitely be much more powerful after this. Plus, I now know the history behind the first Dragonblood lineage. Here gives you the old book. It's all in there. I think you'll find it very interesting. We'll see you, kitties. Let's see who that white cat is. The first Dragonblood. ... It's Drakoth. Drakoth became known as a great leader and savior. He will surely bring us victory in the Dragon War. Can't be the same Drakoth, can it? Oh well, one day we'll know. You feel that the dragon's blood experience seep into you. That gave me a lot of experience and nearly got me to 2 levels, but not quite 2 levels. So that's slightly disappointing. I kind of would have liked... Let's see if we can take this on now. Alright, let's not go this way first. Let's go ahead and hit this. And hit this. And hit this. And hit this. I'm kind of hoping what this has done, and it's not like we have an item inventory for quest items, but what I'm kind of hoping this has done is it's created a scenario now where we are just going to get experience twice as fast. If that is the way this goes, then great. If it isn't how this goes, then that sucks. Let's see. Yeah, if we're getting 2 XP, it's 2 XP is such a small amount, though. I couldn't tell you if that was doing anything or not, because it's not moving the bar enough one way or the other anyways. Squire armor. And I wonder if we are going to hit a point where we start hitting some of these dungeons, of the few remaining dungeons, and we are handed like 3 or 4 items in each dungeon. I suppose it is possible that there could be different instances and different versions of these dungeons that would have given you a lot more of the items, or a lot more items in general. Let's just wait for our inventory to refill, or armor to refill. Be careful here. Jumping up, doubling that cloak. Barely got through that without dying. I don't think anything would increase these, increase the small chest or respawn the small chest. Yeah, even with that upgrade, this is still not a good item to use. Yeah, okay. So, we're just gonna have to work our way to the right. Level 50 cave. Purring cave. There may very well be a quest that we have yet to do that'll bring us to this cave, but at this point I guess we are just trying to grind for extra XP to get a little bit ahead, because we definitely do feel like we are behind. I guess I'll just assume that there isn't a secret passage in this one. Yeah. Let's go ahead and run into this. There we go. Magician's Vest. This might be the first time we've ever gotten that. Definitely feels like they're wasting our time with the A button mashing, though. It really is just not necessary. There, we leveled up one, so we got a full health. Yep. And going up to level 20, still probably doesn't change anything. Yeah, we are dangerously getting close to the idea that the entire back half, second half of this game, which is an abridged RPG game, just does not matter. And yeah, if the back half or the second half of, say, a Final Fantasy game didn't matter, that would really suck. Although, in all fairness, I wouldn't actually be too surprised if there are some RPG games out there where that is the case. Because once they've gotten you committed to the game, once you put in 10-20 hours, you're pretty much trapped at that point. And would have to just keep on playing or admit defeat. Let's go in here. Ada ruins. It may very well be anything labeled as a ruin is an optional one. Just go ahead and open these. Darkhorn. Seven more levels on something. I might be playing completely wrong. It totally is possible that the lock chests, since they are more limited and something that seems more specific and special, should only be opened when you are at the end of the game, because you'll get like better versions of that. Guy's hitting me multiple times, but it doesn't even matter. Is there secret passage here? Nope. I'm hoping I got everything. Seems like I got everything. Okay. So the last quests, I think, are on the top right here. I suspect there aren't any more quests to the lower right. There are some quests mid-right. But, yeah. If I am gonna have to grind, it would be in a place like this where we would have to take on some heavier hitters. But even these heavy hitters are not really that much of a challenge. Let's see, 65 runes. Not ready for that. Hmm. Let's see. I really don't feel like you could grind through this too much though. Tiny hole is a secret passage to something big. Oh, I may very well die here. Ooh, it's gonna be a problem too if I die. Yeah. Because if I die, I'm gonna end up resetting somewhere pretty bad. Let's push down here and see if there's any more secret paths. And push around the edges here and see if there's any other secret paths. Seems like there isn't. This whole game seems half finished when you get into these caves in particular. Disbank, as a comparison to an overworld RPG game, also had some caves that were basically small empty sections, but when you actually did get into a bigger storyline focused quest or a dungeon, it was bigger. What's this one, level 30? And we might as well just do everything. I may just be wrong at my core conceit here, which was that we were going to ever reach level 99. We may very well simply have to take on a level 60, take on a level 60 dungeon or a level 200 dungeon at level 50, and we may be so overpowered at that point it may not even really matter. Yep. Big spiral move here. I think this is supposed to be in the shape of the spiral that is on the back of your head that you don't even get to see because you're always wearing a helmet. Deathbringer. There are quite a few of these named swords. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a quest, or at least they were thinking at some point they would have a quest where you would have to collect multiple weapons, multiple swords. Wonder how fast you would hit the invisible wall here. It is definitely a problem since they've already established the idea that there could be an island far off in the distance in any direction. You want to kind of check for it, but it would be a fairly large waste of time. I kind of wish you'd get your armor back when you level up. I'm gonna just talk to all these guys. just in case we have actually talked to everybody in the game, which I think is a highly unlikely scenario. Okay. The achievements, by the way, that this game offers are the kinds of achievements where you get it counting upward towards you, so you kind of know how much progress you've made. Let's do this quest and then we'll call it a day, I think. Flying bush. Find me outside, I'll teach you flying if you help me. Flying, for real? Holy potatoes, let's go. If all of a sudden we can fly and that speeds up our movement, that would be interesting. Finally, someone noticed my quest. Huh? Who said that? I'm down here. God, talking bush. Sadly, yes, I have memories of flight and being so much more, but now I am all I am is a talking bush. I feel like I've lost something special nearby, though. If you find it, I'm sure it'll help me regain my memories. Alright, stay put and we'll get it for you. Not like I can go anywhere. Okay. It's in there. It'll be a clawing chore to search with all the monsters. Clear them out first. So, yeah. We were just here. And this lets us grind a little bit more. I wouldn't be surprised if there actually isn't any achievement for getting to like level 100 or anything like that. Because it does seem like it would just be kind of an arbitrary number to reach 100. The thing about video games is you often have a publisher. You almost always have a publisher of some sort. Somebody investing, somebody that's going to pay for the advertisement of your game and try and recoup it that way. And what you have to do when you're making a game is write some kind of contract with a publisher that has actual like number metrics to prove you actually did the job that you promised to do it. And the easiest way to do that is to have numbers of some sort. So you'll constantly see games that have like 100 collectibles or 100 RPG levels that you can level up to, or 50 side quests, a whole bunch of things like that. And very often you'll see games that start to run out of budget and run out of steam just squeeze in a whole bunch of side quests or collectibles just to meet that number, and then the game suffers because it's not like they cared or put any quality effort into it. The Lego games are kind of a great example of that, where the original like Lego Star Wars made a lot of sense to have 300 gold bricks that you need to collect, but then later Lego games, as you play more and more of them, you realize it's really just busy work a lot of times to get the 150 to 300 gold bricks you would need to collect. You dig out a strange gem buried in the ground. Meow, this has to be it, right? Let's scurry back. Dot dot dot, question mark. Could've sworn I felt someone watching us, huh? Meowza, was there a mountain here before? Come on, partner, we need to find another way. Well, I mean, that's not really gonna stop us. We can easily just walk on water. You give the strange gem to the bush and then the mountain disappeared. I can feel the memories rushing back to me, the clouds in my hair, the sun on my wings. It's glorious. So does that mean you can teach us how to fly now? Patience, I'm still just a bush after all. Come and find me later, my memories are still simmering. That gave us like 6,000 XP, it's getting insanely ridiculous. And they turned this tree into a windmill. I thought there would be a door here, but I guess not. So next quest will be the magic tree for 7,000 XP. And it just does seem like that is how this is going to keep on going. Wow, and you really still would not trade 333 attack for 47 magic. And that's like the best offering we have as far as a weapon. I think we're highly unlikely to ever use anything other than willpower, which really highlights that we should have gotten willpower at the very end of the game, not now. I wouldn't suggest overcomplicating the game and having a certain weight and like strength requirement for weapons. That's where you get really crazy and start having way too many numbers in an RPG. And there is something kind of funny about RPG games in that they put a lot of numbers to things that we actually as humans can't put numbers to. I could probably test to see how many pounds I could lift, but I couldn't specifically put that in a metric that matched or balanced to like dexterity or agility and intelligence. I have no idea how you would measure that one. But yeah, I guess that's what makes things a game in a lot of ways. And we still have nothing that we can equip or change. That whole part of the game, which was kind of the only distraction we had between the standard just hack and slashing, it's now gone. And we should just spend our gold to upgrade Paw more and more, and hope that maybe refills as much health as the healing paw does. We have very, very little left to do, though. We just have to go through this side quest, which I think what would have fixed this a lot better is if we had teleporters that took us from Windmill City to Pawt City to Central City, and maybe even the Twin Cities, like, if not all the cities. If you could just fast travel from city to city and you couldn't actually walk there when you're at a low level without getting killed, then that might make some more sense. Otherwise, what we've done is we've limited ourselves to this region, which maybe is their intent, that you were supposed to just limit yourself to a small region until you were leveled up enough to go to the next region. But it doesn't really feel like the challenges and the quests were designed that way. It almost feels like they were designed that way, but I don't think it quite is, because we would have never run into a quest that was above our level if that was the case. It would have been quest 1 is a level 1, quest 2 is level 2, and in finishing the previous quest you would always be at the level of the next quest. You wouldn't have jumps. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.